Hello everyone. I want to talk to you all today about anxiety because it seems it's quite a big issue for daughters of alcoholics specifically. Obviously lots of people struggle with feeling anxious, feeling apprehensive, nervous of new situations, worrying, overwhelm, all that kind of stuff all falls under anxiety. And what I'm reading a book at the moment, which is basically not giving a fuck about anything, or at least not the things that don't matter. And it kind of does fit with some other things that I've been learning a lot about lately. And so I thought that I'd share what I've learned. Anxiety is what it is, as is any other emotion. It's not going to go away, and it's something that we can all experience at different times. Obviously, sometimes more intense than others. So to start accepting what is, accepting the fact that we're anxious, we feel anxious, whatever that is, whether we're going to a new place or starting a new job or going for an interview or singing on stage or whatever it might be. Even having a conversation with someone that you feel is a bit difficult, that might make you feel anxious. Also, one of the other key things that I've learned is that those anxiety feelings, those worries, those overwhelms, all of that stuff is not happening in this present moment, although we feel it is. It's a whole collection of things that have happened to you in the past, your experiences. If you've had a bad experience of something going wrong when you've had a conversation with somebody, or they've got aggressive or whatever, then that's going to make you more anxious about having conversations with other people in the future. Not for everybody. Some people aren't put off by when something happens once, but a lot of people are. Maybe if you've had a bad experience in a lift or something like that, you're going to avoid lifts. You know, maybe you develop panic attacks if you even think about going into a lift. So it's all these types of things that actually those issues aren't happening right now. In our minds, we believe that that's the case, but that's because our minds like to trick us. And so our minds are telling us it's, something's going to be difficult, or, something bad might happen. But actually, that's just your mind trying to sabotage you. So I think it's about being mindful of our thoughts and making sure that we're not at least recognising them. I think we need to recognise them and to accept that actually sometimes they're lying to us. And that is actually what's making us feel anxious in that moment. You can see little Ollie in the background there. Not the actual thing that's happening. So I wanted to share that. I do also use things like the batch remedies, BACH, and they're a natural remedy. They are in something interesting I found out the other day. They are in a grape alcohol. So if you can't have alcohol, what you can do is contact BACH remedies, and they will send you a tablet form in glycerin, so you don't have to have the ones that are in alcohol, which I thought was amazing. So I've talked about the white chestnut one before because it's really good for overthinking. I've shared it with some friends. They love it, and it can really help you if you're struggling. I don't really rate the rescue remedy, the one that they say is for anxiety and stuff. Personally, I haven't found that really helpful, but don't be put off just because it hasn't worked for me. You should try it yourself and see what you think. So that's just my thoughts for today. Try and my arm's aching holding this phone. Try and look in the present, what's going on, your fears, your anxieties about the situation, and is it actually happening now? How do you know it's going to happen? Or is it something that you've experienced before and that's what's making you anxious now? Just in the first stages, I'm not expecting a miraculous change, but in the first stages, just start to notice it. Maybe write some stuff down if you want to. I'm not saying you're going to stop doing it immediately or anything, but I think it's useful to be aware and start to be open to thinking in a different way. Recognising that actually, just because you've been in a lift before or up escalators and something bad happened doesn't mean it's going to happen again. many people use them and nothing bad happens. So it's about trying to find other healthier options and more positive ways of looking at things. So it's a good start anyway. It's not going to transform your anxiety straight away, but it's certainly going to help you to identify it. All right. I love to hear any thoughts and comments you've got. Speak to you soon. Bye.